From professional athletes to the literal US president, billionaires are some very interesting people. And that's why today I'm ranking them all by their purchases, athleticism, looks and talking skills to complete the ultimate FIFA card for billionaires. And we're starting with none other than the richest man on the planet, Elon Musk. In the money aspect, no one can compete with Elon. He's a trillionaire. But if you look at his purchases, that might be a different story. Elon owns some of the biggest companies on the planet, and even though some of them might be a little lame, SpaceX is pretty cool. But you wanna know what's not cool? He owns no yachts, drives a Cybertruck, lives by a own no house rule, and has spent only 20,000 on watches. I mean, he's bought a lot of jets though, so I'll give him like a 70. Now looking at his athleticism, and it's not looking too good either. He's average. For the looks, I'm putting them in an AI attractiveness test I found on the internet, so Elon gets a 65 out of 100. And now for the final ranking, his mic skills. I know his tweets don't really count as mic skills, but I'm counting it, bro, they're just too good. And overall, I'll give him an A for autism. Now let's move on to Elon's biggest rival, Mark Zuckerberg. Now, there's no denying that Mark is a lot more athletic than Elon. I do have him winning that fight, by the way. Elon does, however, have him on the looks. But you know what Elon doesn't have him on? His purchases. Zuck owns a $100 million house, drives a $1 million Pagani, but has only spent 70 M's on jets. But you know what? Maybe he makes up for it with his $300 million super yacht. I'll give him a 90. And just as he thought Zuck was gonna take the win, it's time to rate his mic skills.
Houston, please call station for a voice check.
This is Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook. Can you hear me okay?
Elon brutally mocked him, so it's only fair. Cristiano Ronaldo drives a $9 million Bugatti. He spent $15 million on watches while owning a jet, yacht, and over $100 million worth of real estate. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. For his looks, he gets an 8.5 out of 10. And while we're here, I think we can also pretty easily rate his athleticism. I mean, when he's 41 looking like this, damn. And for his mic skills, I mean, he's made some timeless memes, so I gotta give him at least a 90. Overall, I'd put him S tier. He's a good candidate for the top spot, you know. And speaking of candidates for the top spot, founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, owns $800 million worth of real estate and spent an additional $500 million on his yacht. Apart from also having the most evil rich laugh, which I'm gonna count as mic skills, he's also ripped in his 60s and he's giving extra workout to his employees. W Jeff, man. Unfortunately for him, he is a 6.5 though, so... Tech billionaire Bill Gates co-founded the second biggest tech company on the planet, but only owns 2 cars. He does, however, own 4 private jets and over $1 billion worth of real estate. Also, he reportedly spent almost $650 million on a super yacht just to never step foot on it and later sell it. That's a crazy flex. Moving on to his athleticism, and I'm not about to mock a 70-year-old man for his physique. Elon. You know what? Let me just give him a 50 and move on. And also, Elon, streets are saying Bill Gates does mock you, so you might wanna delete that tweet. And for his mic skills, there really isn't anything special to say, so I'll just give him a solid B tier. Unlike Bill Gates, however, former billionaire Kanye West has some of the best mic skills of all the billionaires out there.
What the f does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Let's just ignore his Twitter crashouts. And while I do think deep down Kanye is a good guy, he definitely isn't such a good guy in his spending habits, as he reportedly spent over $4 million in a single year on Balenciaga alone. He also drives a $1.7 million Bugatti and purchased a $57 million Malibu Beach mansion just to destroy it. I gotta respect the passion, bro. In his prime, Kanye was absolutely ripped, and even today he's still got the stamina to be energetic on stage. I mean, he's probably way above average for a 50-year-old American, so... Not only that, the AI also rated him an 8 out of 10 on looks, so looking at the whole card, S tier. But this next billionaire has a net worth of over $147 billion and drives a $50,000 car. At the age of 95 years old, Warren Buffett lives probably the most minimalistic lifestyle of any billionaire out there. He lives in an over 100-year-old house in Omaha, Nebraska that he bought for only $30,000 in 1958. And instead of buying a jet like the other billionaires on this list, he instead decided to just buy the whole company. And it's once again time to rank the athleticism of a 95-year-old man. Yeah, I'm good, bro. What I am gonna rank, however, are his talking skills.
I can't recall ever buying anything, actually.
I mean, if you can make Bill Gates laugh like that, I'll give him a solid B tier. And much like Warren Buffett, co-founder of Google Larry Page drives a $30,000 Toyota Prius. He does, however, love investing into real estate, and by that I don't only mean houses, but also private islands. He spent a total of $55 million on 5 different private islands, and all I can do is wonder what they do there. Now, instead of me rating his athleticism, how about I just ask his own company? Larry Page is an active and adventurous person who enjoys outdoor extreme sports. Fair play. He definitely programmed it to say that. And you know, now that I have to rate his talking skills, I'm realizing that every billionaire is kinda the same. They're smart and they're rich, but other than that, they really don't have any impressive mic skills. Well, maybe except for US President Donald Trump somehow manages to make a new meme almost every time he's on camera, and when he isn't farming memes, he's hosting a UFC event on the White House lawn. Now, Trump doesn't own a yacht, private island, or any crazy watches. Instead, he owns $2.2 billion worth of real estate. Although it is a smart investment, it's just not flashy enough, so he gets a 98. And once again, we've come to athleticism. Although I'd rather not rate an 80-year-old man's athleticism, I'd say Trump looks pretty good for only sleeping 4 hours a day. But just in case, let me ask the smartest person I know to confirm this. Oh, whatever he says, bro. Now for the other AI, it rated Trump's looks a 5 out of 10. So I don't know, but he might have to make some calls, cause you can't have AI violating you like that. Solid B tier. Now for the best billionaire on this list, I'm putting none other than the greatest What? Wait, who's that? LeBron? Wait, what is happening?